What is going on, guys? It's Gospel Gamer here. Welcome back to Danganronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc. And it's time for the cast trial.
What?
Yes.
Promised? I can't believe you lied!
You killed someone.
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to. This
True.
is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale. Besides, you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone.
It looks like you were wrong.
But in spite of that promise...
I'm sorry, I couldn't keep our promise, but don't worry, never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control again.
You said if I kept my promise, you would go out with me. That's the only reason I promised.
How many times do I have to tell you? I never said that, but you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
Bloody hell, Bike here.
I tried. I swear I tried to control it,
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
Jesus Christ, man.
I hate you.
Fucking bug bite, my leg's annoying me.
The opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
The person you don't mean.
Toko's body suddenly lunged backwards. A huge thud echoed across the courtroom, but in the next second... Hey, look, she's back up with her tongue out.
Hello there! Is it me you were hoping to see?
What the heck?
So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do? I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide
Oh my god, she sounds fucking like Harley Quinn. Really bad one as well.
What is this? Toko, what happened to you?
Not Toko. That's a loser.
Oh,
And
dear.
what happened is a textbook split personality. So what if one of them
Oh,
happens
my
to be
God.
a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's faults.
Alright, Jesus Christ, love.
So intense.
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Why can't we just vote now?
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a vacuum. Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie. Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
Oh my god. This is the murderous fiend Genocide Jack. This is beyond insane.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question? What's up?
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll tell you, I am the mastermind of all masterminds!
Okay.
Then it's not true? Of course it's not true! How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid?
Wow,
And
okay, one
another
humour.
thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless.
Interesting.
They just let this idiotic, bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town.
True.
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people. It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone. Just kidding again!
She is weird.
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's
What if it
death.
isn't her?
There's
Hang
clearly
on.
a motive, so there should be no doubt.
A motive?
I don't think it is her,
Remember what
actually.
Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate
I don't
within
think it is her.
24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed.
I don't think she's the killer.
Let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack. If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined. So she
I
had
reckon
a
it's
very
him.
clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
Thought not.
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such
There's
a
one other
bizarre
person who
fashion.
knows about how the
Maybe
body
so,
gets
maybe so,
put.
but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
No. But
I'd
I,
never believe a
all
word
of a
you say, you
sudden,
monster.
have just realised that maybe he's using that as a backup. Maybe she's totally right about that, but something's still bothering me. What she said, I need to get more details about all of this. Okay, so we got that.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh?
Okay.
Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches.
It doesn't.
No, it's wrong.
You're wrong. His body's completely different. There was only one wound.
Are the methods of murder really exactly the same? I'm not so sure about that. I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and
Yep.
this one.
Huh? How's it any different?
Uh-oh, you don't know? Well then,
Of course he
you
doesn't.
garbage, let me tell you!
Jesus Christ. She's mental.
I murder with passion and conviction. I
Yep.
consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing
She uses
things.
scissors, and it's something I never noticed until it zoomed back to this previously.
The noodles, the sauce, everything. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee. This
true.
is no creation of mine.
Didn't think so.
Let me rephrase that in a way that maybe makes more sense. There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
There's a clear difference between the murders. If the photos from the other in the photos from the other Genocide Jack case, look at the neck and stomach. Here we see the clear difference. Fatal injury.
I got it!
That's it.
For one, the cause of death is different.
Yep.
In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way.
Yep.
According to the case
Why are they all
file,
pink blood? I never
they
got
were
that.
all apparently killed with a pair of scissors.
Yep.
But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Yep.
Yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders. Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method?
Damn
And
right it
there's
would be.
more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right. In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce.
Oh my god, she's still weird.
Comparing killing people to cooking? So, are you saying the other difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
That's right, the second difference relates to how she was suspended. In the photos of the other side Genocide Jack case, the other victims were stabbed through their hands. Here we see the clear difference. What was used then?
Do you remember what the killer used to suspend her? They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
Yep.
What is your point?
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
Yep.
And guess what? I used my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement.
Wow.
Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use. And you know what else? Big
What
Man
else?
said there's two differences, but he's wrong.
Big Mac? Are you referring to...
Oh my gosh, she's called him Big
Listen up,
Mac.
Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
Huh?
What was the other
My
difference?
word, you really
Oh.
didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were.
Oh,
in
they're
the
boys.
Genocide Jack case. There's a pattern there.
Oh, what? That's
Just
why I
waiting to
thought
be
that
discovered.
Chihiro was possibly a boy.
Figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why
That's
I
the main-
couldn't
that
have
actually makes the
possibly
point.
killed that little lolly girl.
Let's see. There's a pattern surrounding Genocide Jack victim and Chihiro didn't fit it. If you look at the names of every victim, what you'll notice is, I think I figured it out. I know I couldn't have killed Chihiro.
I got it! Is it because Chihiro was a girl?
Bingo! Bullseye! Right on the money!
Yeah, you got it right.
In all the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
They're all men. Who are those male names?
They were all guys?
Yep.
That's right! The people I killed with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men!
Was she gonna kill Byakuya?
I'm so embarrassed!
The hell is wrong with you?
I reckon she was gonna kill him.
I can't help it! I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl!
Oh,
And
weird.
the mopey side of me just hates it! But now I'm on the fast
Since
dear.
Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles?
This is true.
Don't be stupid. I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of the one and only.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is.
What is there to it?
It's
What
a
more
different
is there?
matter entirely. When you're forced to kill in order to survive.
Quiet, lowly car!
Lowly.
Damn right, lowly car.
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message
This is
and
true.
arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect.
Damn right, Byakuya. I said your wrong name.
Does make some
Name wrong.
amount of sense.
Fucking hell, I managed to say the sentence wrong.
Plus, whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors. Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
This is true, once
You
again.
use the dumbbell because you couldn't. Any scissors? I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class, envy of the entire world scissors.
Okay.
Whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that? Da-da-da-da!
Oh my god, she has them.
She's fully equipped. That's right. So I can kill anywhere, anytime. Why would I
Damn.
resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side? Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong. You can't, can you? Gutter dogs, all of you.
Oh dear.
Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot. The rope's totally out of the question anyway.
Oh dear.
I have no idea what's going on anymore. Could such a heinous villain really be
I was gonna say, it's
innocent?
very weird if it's like someone comes out and says, yes, I'm the killer right at the beginning of one of these, isn't it?
And nobody
Really?
but the police knew about that.
Yeah. That's why we figured it had to be the real deal and not some copycat killer or whatever.
Actually, hold on, there is one person who could copy Genocide Jack cases. I mean, the one who had access to the fucking files. The one who died. They would know.
Byakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it?
Exactly.
You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records. Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
Yep.
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
Then the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
So, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it.
Yep.
The adorable glasses man was behind it all. Oh, I'm on fire!
Oh dear.
Well, Byakuya, what's your response?
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me. Then I
Damn
must
right it does.
ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
Looking back and thinking about it now, the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
Right. And the locker rooms, that's suspicious. Very suspicious indeed. Wouldn't you agree? Huh? Suspicious? It seems nobody searched the locker rooms. Let's start with the girls' locker room. Why would you go straight to the
You
girls'
wanted to
locker
go to
room?
the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy,
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say? The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
How do we know it's her first?
there's something very strange.
Okay then, what's so strange about it? Go ahead, share with the rest of the class.
There was a clear contradiction in what Byakuya just said. I need to make it clear to everyone. Oh, fucking new element. Okay, fucking yeah. Tell me what it is. Next, we're gonna add something called True Flashback. If you aim at a weak spot and hold down left mouse button, then you'll memorize that weak spot. This memorized phrase can only be shot once as a single truth bullet. If you shoot or change the truth bullet, it will disappear from your truth cylinder. However, you can use this flashback feature as many times as you want. If you don't seem to have the answer to a lie or a contradiction in your loaded truth bullets, it might be wise to memorize a different weak spot and use that to make a case. When's the best time to have a flashback? Well, you just have to use your keen wits, won't you? In this case, though, I will say that if you don't use a flashback, you won't be refuting anything. Well, then good luck and have fun. How do I do it?
So,
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
Okay.
You're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room.
You absolutely take it.
Sure.
It's a natural reaction for any guy.
The victim was Chihiro, who was a...
No. As I said, yeah. Before he found the body, you said that. It's weird.
I'll tell you what's so strange about that, because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was. So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
Exactly.
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak.
How so?
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead. Show us.
What's with Byakuya's attitude? It's like he doesn't even care. I've got him cornered, but he's acting like he has nothing to do with
What's
him.
the matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
There is. I think.
There is more to it. Think about it. We just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof
Yep.
you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
The differences between the case and other Genocide Jack murders. The evidence that proves Byakuya is responsible for hitting them. What could it be? Okay.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with...
An extension cord.
It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right. It absolutely was.
It's an extension cord.
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in
You
my
lie.
life.
Oh shit.
Obviously, somebody else
Oh
must have
shit.
had it.
Hidden away
Oh
somewhere.
shit.
What?
Now,
The
skip
difference
through.
you want me to explain when I want to kill, and I use those same scissors.
But Chihiro, it was some kind of...
That's right. Then there must be something.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
There we go. Got it.
No, that's wrong. Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before.
Damn right you have,
Because you
bitch.
see, that rope, or should I say, that extension cord?
Bitch.
An extension cord?
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder.
Yep.
And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
And also try and deflect from it when I was trying to look at it, since that was an obvious fucking thing to be
I
missing.
can't imagine any other possibility.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it. Is that about right?
He's doing it again. He's totally calm, totally unconcerned, as if he's not even involved. Wait, not even involved?
What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Okay.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Okay.
Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
I know, but still, there's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath. What about all that bothers you?
What was that right just now? Something's not right. Chihiro's body was definitely found in the girls' locker room, but what does that mean? Can I really just accept what Byakuya said as the truth? No, I don't think so. There's definitely something off about what he said.
I got it! You say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right? But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
Definitely possible.
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown. She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that. How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later, along with the rest of the murder scene.
Ah, oh yes, because of the fucking
That
two
was awfully
posters.
specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
I believe I do.
Hey Byakuya, did you just take off your guard? When the story suddenly moved to the crime scene, Byakuya, who'd been so confident up till now, maybe Byakuya never even realized that the actual scene of the crime could have been somewhere else.
Don't just move on without permission! What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
Evidence that shows murder took place somewhere else. There's something that was switched between the boys' locker rooms. It's a fucking poster, wasn't it?
I got it! The proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Yep.
Your proof is some posters?
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big-boobed supermodel.
A big
But
boob
don't you think that's
supermodel.
kind of strange? Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
Oh my god.
Meanwhile,
Weird woman.
the boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado.
Which is
Again,
weird.
That doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
Quite
And
possibly.
there's one other thing I noticed about the locker rooms. You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
Protein coffee?
While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet. But I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
No, it's not that the stain was scrubbed away. It was moved. That's the one.
I got it! The stain on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too?
Yep.
Why would anyone do that?
To
Don't
move
know.
the murder scene from one
Oh yeah,
locker
that's
room
true.
to the
Yeah,
other.
using the fucking
It's
carpet to
certainly
move it all
plausible,
across
don't you
without
think?
getting any blood on the outside.
In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the blood-stained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
Yep.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
Huh?
Why would they go through all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime? Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place? To get into
Maybe
the
she's a
locker
boy.
room, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the card reader device. But Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room. She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
True.
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
I highly doubt that.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
Is he right? Could Chihiro really have gone into the boys' locker room somehow? Broken e-handbook?
Is it really possible?
Why is he giving me the option for a broken
Could
e-handbook?
Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah, I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook. She was the ultimate programmer, after all. I'm sure that would have been no problem for her.
No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
What? Oh, the fucking tray.
Talking about Leon's
No,
handbook, of course.
that's broken.
She
Fuck.
did that.
She could get into the
Motherfucker.
boys' locker room no problem.
damn it.
Really could Chihiro really?
She must have hacked. She was the ultimate. I'm sure that would have.
No, I don't think she used the thing that...
Huh?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook of...
Got it.
No, that's wrong. No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
Nope.
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
See?
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
I believe so.
The rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one. In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Okay.
Hit the nail square on the noggin.
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then, she must have hacked hers, like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
And what?
You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts glaring.
So
Okay.
if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook...
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just wrong?
It seems like there's
No.
no way she could have got into the boys' locker room.
Well, no,
I
she
guess
could
so.
if the fucking killer's a guy.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
Is that it then? Chihiro was killed in the girls' locker room. Byakuya is the one who did it, really? But still, I don't know what else I can
Hold
do.
on a second. I agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
What the? You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say? There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So,
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
what?
What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Okay.
Wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting?
Yeah,
Well, all right
apparently
then.
so.
I declare an official class trial recess.
For real?
Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
Oh,
Okay.
I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
Let's go. So before I even knew what was happening, the class trial had been put on hold. We headed off with Kyoko in the lead, and where she took us was, I'm presuming, the swimming pool. Okay, maybe not.
The girls' locker room?
We've already searched this place top to bottom. What are you trying to pull, Missy?
Missy!
I'd like you
What
to
you
examine
doing,
the
Missy?
victim's body. What?
You want to check it again?
Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully.
Examine her carefully? Like using our hands? No, wait!
It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
It's not that I'm freaked out or anything, it's just... based on religious grounds, you know?
Okay.
Very well. I'll do it.
She's got balls!
You're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her.
Okay.
So just leave this to me.
Sakura.
What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about?
Okay.
Not it at all. Stop screwing around.
Okay, here I go. I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
Putting her hands together in brief prayer, Sakura then began to quietly examine her
Be
body.
sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Her entire body? I know you say that, but... What? This is... What is this... What is
Fucking
it?
Super Saiyan.
Not possible. It's not possible.
Sakura's eyes staring wildly at Chihiro's lifeless form. Her massive frame trembled.
This girl is
What?
a boy.
Oh, I was right. Okay.
Ah, I see. So she was
Okay.
actually
That's interesting. My thought was right.
You're joking, right?
I wouldn't joke about this.
Then it's really true?
Chihiro was a guy?
Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat. Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
Okay.
He was a cross-dresser? Oh, I'm really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
Oh
So
dear.
that's what Ryoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting. Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting. Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial.
And I'm going to end the episode here. If you like this video, don't forget to leave a like in the section below, and if you want to see more of this, then do subscribe to the channel, as I upload every single day. Thank you all for watching, guys, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.